Okay, so if I'm, yeah, good. Let's do that. So instead of the usual us, we'll do like a thumbs up so you can know what's going on. I've not used Zoom since like the COVID time, so it's been a little while. I'm just, but we'll make it work, right? Let's go. So let's start off with a little bow first, all right? And just arms forwards, just nice and relaxed. Just have a brief warm up. What I want to try and do is try to really round the back out. So as I come forwards, I want to take the scapula apart. So really open the back up. And as we come forwards, open the chest up as well. So it's forwards and back. Not just the arms, but the whole torso is moving. And then backwards the same. I've got you on the big screen up here. This is why I'm looking to my left. So I'm looking over this side. Okay, keep going this way. Really expand the chest. Good. Okay, just inside now. So cross and open. Nice and relaxed to begin with. Alternate the arm that goes on top. And then open it out a little further. And now let's start bringing it up a little bit higher as well. Good. Just take the head around in a circle. And the other way. And just lean it over to the side. When we're in this position now, try and take the opposite hand or opposite arm and press it down towards the ground. Or even wrap it around the back to extend that a little further. Really stretch out the neck and the traps. And then the same on the other side. Good. Shrug the shoulders up. And just relax. There you go. Okay, just take the hips around. And the other way. If anyone's got any questions throughout the session, just unmute yourself and I'll get to it. Okay, take the feet apart. Good. From that position, just take one of your arms over the top. Try and lengthen everything on this side of the body. Open the ribs up. And then the other side. And then just down to the front. And back up. Just push your hips forwards now. So we're trying to get hips in front this way. And then favour one side more. So we're going to go maybe right side. Just press that right side in. And left. Good, okay. Just make a Zenko-Stachi. Just a nice relaxed stance to start with. From here, just open and close the hips. Just a little bend on that back leg as well. Yeah? So we're going to sort of compress that back leg a little bit and push. Pushing forwards. And change sides, same thing. Try and get as much movement as we can out of this, really. So it's not necessarily technically correct as such, but just moving back and forward, really getting a load of movement out of this, just warming the hips up and stuff. Okay, let's take a long lunge now. From here, nice and long. I want to take the front arm on the inside of that knee. I want to press it outwards and take the opposite arm in a circle around. So we're just going to flow that around from here. Try to make this circle as big as possible. So I'm going to press my arm as far forward as I can. Pull it all the way around. Take my eyes with it. And open that chest up. Keep doing a few repetitions. Let me have a look. Keep going that same motion as far as you can go with that. Take it all the way around, yeah. Really follow it with the eyes as well. Follow your hand. Yeah, nice. That's it. That's good. Okay, good. Let's do the other side. So switch sides. Same thing. Just really take it out. At the same time as this, I also want to be pressing my front knee outwards a bit, trying to open those hips up in this direction. So it's like I'm trying to press my body open or prise it open this way. Yeah, so the knees going out. And I'm really trying to expand this as much as I can possibly do. And around. Follow it. And back. Again, keep going for a few repetitions of that. Yeah, let's try and get a little deeper into that lunge, yeah? Try and get the hip flexors active a little bit as well. Really nice and deep with that. On the balls of the feet at the back. So on that heel to be lifted this way. Don't try and keep a front stance with it. Nice and long with that one here. Really long and press it open. Okay, from this position now then, let's sit back. Heels, toes go up. Then come forwards again. Back into that lunge. Come back. and forwards. Come back. That's it. As we come back, also open that knee up at the back as well. Press with our elbow and push forwards and back and back in again. Let's change sides. Same thing. Other way around. So pressing that knee open at the back. Drive forwards. Good, excellent. Okay, just coming down to like a squat position from here. I want to take the knees down to the floor, sit in like a Cesar position, slide the hands forwards and sit my hips back. So I'm trying to get my hips as low as I can, that's it. Then pull yourself close to the floor and arch the back. So you're going to pull yourself in, arch the back up. So from here, I'll try and get a good angle for it from here. Pull in close and push up on the other side. And then come back down and repeat. Come through and push up. And down one more time. Okay. Good, let's go. We'll sort of gradually warm up with our key on as well. Right, everyone good? Give us a thumbs up. Everyone all right? Yes, good, excellent. Let's get going. So, I've got limited space. Most of you got limited space, so we're going to be working on key on and stuff to sort of improve our movement. Really, some of the things I've been working on and like to teach. So, just starting off with basic chokazuki first of all. Nice and relaxing here. So, no tension really. Take the shoulders out of it. In fact, let's bring the shoulders up first. Okay, bring the shoulders up high. Really squeeze and just let it go. That's it. That's the thing I want, okay? Loose fist at the end. Not squeezing that too tight at the moment. Just nice and relaxed and send it through. Let's go. 1. Yeah. 2. Yeah, still make the fist at the end, but just on that last second of impact, just as we're about to land, just contract and stop. Again, same thing. Hitch. Knee. Stop. Gradually getting a little harder, yeah? Hitch. Knee. Tongue. 2. Go. Good. This time, what I want to do is I want to make my chokazuki here. I want to bounce it back and send it back in again. Okay, so I'm using that hip twice. I want to just get familiar with that sort of hip movement. When we're doing our key on, we're making everything very big, aren't we? Yeah, big movements. I want to shorten that now and still get used to using that same action and trying to generate the same sort of force with a smaller movement. So we're going to go from here. Let's slow it down first. We go 1, punch. Now pull it slightly, like a few inches back, and send it back in again. Yeah, good. Knee, chokazuki there. Okay, just back a little and back in. So, good. We don't even need to use hikate, you know. We can keep the other hand up. It doesn't matter. It's only about this hip side. We can be here and send it back. Hitch. Good. Knee. Pull it and some. That's it. Try to get the same sort of force out of the second one as we did in the first. Yeah, we've got all this action. First, second one, same again. Have a practice like in your own time. Let me have a look through. I think it's better without a count. Sometimes you can think about the movement a little bit yourself. Try and feel it a bit at your own time. Try and be relaxed. Try and be loose with it. Too much tension is going to slow it down, isn't it, right? We need to be quite relaxed. Just bounce it back off again. Good, okay. Let's come back. So, from here, just loosen up a little bit. From here, loosen the shoulders up again. Let's come back to chokazuki, that basic chokazuki first, okay? So forget that second bit, we're going to come back to that. Instead of thinking about pulling this arm back fast, I want to simply supinate the hand. So if we go with me at the same time, supinate the hand, turn a palm up, and just drop. Yeah. So what we want is that lat, the action of the lats, right? See if I can get that there, right? The lats, the muscle coming around the back here, I want that to be pulling the arm down this way, okay? I want that feeling there, so just supinate the hand, palm up, and just pull downwards in a straight line action. That's it, from there, okay? What I want to try to avoid is this, where I'm pulling high into the traps and the rhomboids and stuff at the back, yeah? I want to be here, just coming down. And of course, then we have the bend with it as well, and we're pulling it down to the hip. Like in Shotokan, we use that low hip position, don't we? Yeah. In some Okinawan styles, Goju-ryu and stuff, they have like a higher hip position like this, Hikadate. But for us in Shotokan, we tend to have like a lower position. I want to have that feeling where I'm pulling through the lats this way, back to the hip. Yeah. And imagine now, if we're gripping onto our opponent, so I can grip them and I can pull them with that hand this way, yeah? I wouldn't want to pull them up here like this, pull them too high, because it's a weaker position to pull from. I want to get that grip on them, and I want to pull them this way, yeah? Pull them this way and do whatever I'm doing within that action, yeah? So the exercise will be this then. Just get your hand supinated first, palm up, because then that gets the elbow here, and I want to simply relax and pull from here, just pull down. And then just gradually start adding a little bend to that elbow until we kind of find the right point. Yeah, so that's almost coming down in a curve, this action. Yeah, that's it, good. Let's do both sides as well. So we get that same palm turned up, draw back, back to the hip. Let's have a look, have a little practice of that. Let me check. Good, yeah. Start making it a little more active though. So obviously we've got the relaxed one. We started the exercise off very relaxed, didn't we? Just kind of dropping it. Now I want to make it a little more active though. So get the lats pulling, pull it down to the hip, yeah? But still, try to avoid this one. Try to avoid that where it's kind of coming up and then the shoulders kind of rounded forwards and stuff, yeah? Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying with this? Yeah? So it's that pull. And again, visualize it a little bit. You know, we're not just making shapes. We're doing something. We're applying it. So imagine I've got a grip on their collar, like I said, and I'm pulling them down here and doing something with them, yeah? Before I go with something else. So get that feeling of pull and even sink into it from there. Sink in a little, sink in a bit. Whoosh, here. Let the body turn with it. Yeah. Also, be careful with this. I'm seeing a little bit of this one as well, right? I'm seeing, because now you're thinking only of the arm, some of you, I want to be careful I'm not doing, let me see what it is, pulling in. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of this now where the hip is kind of pulling towards it. And, you know, if we don't bring that into a punch, oh, that doesn't make sense because I'm kind of pulling against the punch, right? Still keep the same mechanics right as we normally would. Pull and rotate. Yeah, ready to drive back out again. Yeah. That's it. Every now and then, just kind of relax a bit, shake off a little. Yeah, just to try and remove that tension. We want to be as relaxed as we can, don't we? Yeah. Good. Right. Let's come back to our previous exercise then. With that in mind, we're going to make that chokazuki. I'll go on this side. So we're going to make that chokazuki. Then we're going to make one. We're going to immediately relax and kind of rewind it or pull that down and send it back out again. Yeah. So use the start of that action. We go out. Chokazuki there. We pull 1 and 2 back out again. Yeah, try and keep that relaxed feeling throughout. Snap, snap. 1, 2. Yeah? Let's have a little look. Excellent, good. It's looking better. There's a lot of people, so I'm trying to work my way around, have a look at as many as I can. Good, excellent. Let's move on. One thing to always keep in mind when we're doing something in a session like this that might be a little bit new, or even if it's not really new, you'll get it in your mind first, right? It'll be understood in the brain first, but the body's going to take time. So people get frustrated. You know, you're teaching something and they're like, why can't I get it? I can't get it right. You understand it first, and then when you're conscious of it in sessions, you know, in the dojo over time, you're sort of constantly thinking about those things. Then it becomes part of your karate. But often, you know, most of the time, people are getting really frustrated because they're not getting it. But you're not going to get it right now. You know, some of the things you just won't get until 2 weeks later. So just, you know, keep it in the mind, have it something active that you're going to work on throughout the next few weeks or whatever. And then it will kind of drip into your karate a bit and it will become part of it. Yeah, we know this anyway. You know, we're all karate. We know that things take time. So let's make Zenko Sadachi now. Let's have a left leg or whatever you want. Doesn't matter too much. Okay, let's make Gyakuzuki from here. Good. Okay. I want to make Kizami. Kizami-zuki 1. Good. Now, same feeling again that we just spoke about. That hip or that arm, sorry, just drops. Yeah, palm drops this way. To go Gyatsuki again. That's it. Good. And again. 1. Now, same feeling. Imagine this. Gyatsuki again. Yeah, that's it. Good. Okay, nice and relaxed though. Okay, we ain't got to push it too hard at the moment. Just Kizami-zuki 1. Now Gyatsuki here. Imagine another way to think about it is I've got like a string here on the elbow, and I'm pulling that elbow down. Drive. Yeah. Okay. Hits. Kizami. Gyaku. Knee. Good. Okay. Same as the previous exercise we just did. So we're going to make Kizami-zuki 1. Now we're going to send Gyaku-zuki with me. That's it. Rewind it. Send it back in again. Good. So again, we're just using that smaller hip action, but trying to recreate that same sort of power from it. So again, we go Kizami-zuki. Be careful also that when we make Kizami-zuki, we don't come backwards. I want to be pressing forwards. Yeah. That's an attack, a forward attack. Yeah. So I'm coming in with that Kizami-zuki and not pulling myself back. So from that Kizami, then let's go Gyaku-zuki 1. Rewind it and back in. Good. Okay. Hitch. Press. Both hands. Squeeze. Drive. Yeah. Put it and go. Have a little practice of that. Build that up. Let's have a look. So Kizami-zuki, Gyaku-zuki, and then get that feeling of pulling and going back in again. Good. That's good, yeah. Good, let's move on. Time is going quicker than I thought. Okay, so let's come back to that here. So we go Kizami-zuki from there. We'll stick on one side for a minute. So back to that Kizami. Yep, same feeling then. Relax, relax, press, Gyatsuki. Good. From that position there, let's come underneath and make Uchuki. Underneath, round, Uchuki. Good. Come back underneath now. I want to really pull Gyaku Uchuki, and I want to shift that hip. Yeah. I want to send my right hip, or your back hip. I've got my left leg forward, so I'm going to talk from the right, but I want your back hip to think like you're trying to send that forwards this way. Yeah. I'm not really consciously pulling that back. I'm more thinking about sending that forwards, and as a result, that comes back. It has to come back, right? Does that make sense? Good, one person, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we go. Yeah, Aaron, that was who I saw. Okay, so we go from here. I'm not got everyone on the screen. So from here, we make that uchuki there, uchuki, and then we come underneath and shoot that hip forwards. Knee. Good. From there, we're loaded. We're wound up, right? So my body's twisted. I want to have that real tight, twisted feeling here. Now I'm going to let it go again, back into that kizami. Reset that stance. Because remember, yeah, we pulled that foot, or we drew that foot back a little, yeah? Now replace it. Back in with that Kizami-zuki. and then Gakuzuki again. Good.
Sensei,
Yes.
just got a question. So when you've done your Andy Bailey. So after you've done your
sorry, 1 second. Who am I talking to?
Andy Bailey.
I'm just trying to find you. Anyway, carry on. I'll find you. Oh yeah.
So I'm doing uchi-uki. And when I've done that, as a result, my left leg is, because of my hip flexibility, it pulls back.
Yep.
And then I go to do Kazama-zuki again and pushing off the back leg. Do I then release that front leg so it drives forward again, or do I leave it?
Yeah, that's what I'm after. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, that's what I want. Exactly that. Yeah. So yeah, let me explain that. So yes, so that's what I'm after, right? I want that foot to draw back. Imagine, if we think about katas like Nida, we have that Gyaku Uchuki followed by Maigiri, right? It's setting up that kick, isn't it? So from here, as I'm making that Uchuki, I'm drawing that back because again, my hips, everyone's hips, we can't, in order to get that hip forwards, we have to make space. So that hip will then come back with it, right? And then as a result of that, I'm wound up to come back out again for that Kizami. That's what I'm after. Does that answer your question? Yeah, good. So actually, that's the goal of this exercise. I'm trying to load that for that Kizami to come back in afterwards. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, let's work on that then. So we're going to make from here, Uchuki, Gaku Uchuki, and then rotate back in. Let me change angle. So from Gakuzuki there, from Uchuki, we make Gyaku Uchuki. I'm really wound back here. And then I'm pushing back in, using that torque we've created by rotating like that. Yeah, let's have a little practice of that then. You can work both sides or one side, it's your choice. Let's have a look. I'm going to swipe through again. Yeah, that's good. Everyone okay? Everyone following all right? So the most important thing that I'm after in this exercise, right? It doesn't even really matter too much what you're doing with the hands. I don't really care too much about that. It's just the means to get to the exercise. So when we get to that Gyaku Uchuki, right? All I'm after is winding up and then releasing again. Coming back in with that Kizami. That's the point of this exercise, right? So I'm here, I'm making that Gyaku Uchuki feeling. I'm setting that hip back here. So imagine I'm even blocking, like a socko there or something. And that's the idea. I want to set up my hip, whoosh, loaded, crack, come back in. That's the goal of this exercise. So we're, bringing it back down to the most basic form. I'm making Kizami-zuki, pressing in, Gakuzuki, Uchuki, Gyaku Uchuki, drive back in again. Yeah, Brian, that was better. That was the one. How we doing, Mauritius, all right? All the kids? 100 kids? Yeah, excellent, good. Show me, let me watch. Pull that front foot back. Uchuki, pull the front foot back. All together. Yeah, good. Excellent. Okay, lovely. So, let's move on. We're going to come back to using that in a minute. But just come back to natural stance again, natural position. Let's take one arm and just make Agyuki. Okay, good. So coming back to that idea of sort of bouncing that punch back in again, using minimal movement, like minimizing the distance we're trying to travel, we're going to make sotoki now, okay? So instead of bringing it all the way around and coming around here, I just want to make a small soto here, okay? So just curve it around this way, yeah? Just curve around. Now, same thing, just a small close of the hip and get umbrella. and a small close and uchuki. And the same, agyuki. So we're just bouncing it back and forwards, yeah? So the hip action is this work. Agyuki, hamne. Release, go, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're pulling to hamne each time. Agyuki from there, okay? Favouring that hip, pull it, hook it around. Pull it, hook it around. Pull it, hook it around. One thing we can also try is if we take the opposite arm and put it into your elbow. Okay, so in the crease of your elbow here. I want to do the whole set from here. Agyuki. Okay, so we're keeping it, not letting it fly away. So here. Now sotoki, pull it around. And get right. And uchuki. Okay, so we're keeping it in that small active space now, yeah? Not wasting any time out here. We're just making the agyukis tight. Pull, pull, and pull. And just trying to get those hips engaged with it. This way. Is that clear? Is that all good? Because I'm going to have a little watch, see if we got that. Try to get that hip kind of rolling between them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we're bouncing off. Boom, 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 boom. This way. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, keep that connection just to keep it smaller and tighter. Here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. Good work. And Kenya? Is it Kenya? Nice. Good. So again, so the purpose of this then, or these sort of things we're talking about really, is trying to use the same body movement but minimizing it, yeah? Because obviously we ain't got time to make this massive movement all the time, you know, from hikate, and it's big movement. So I want to try and get the same out of the technique in less movement. You know, when it comes to kumite or applying it in self-defense or whatever, everything has to be smaller, right? The purpose of Kion is to train our bodies in a way that we can understand the motion, and then when it comes to smaller action, we can then apply this stuff, yeah? So what I don't want to be doing now is, again, coming back to that big action. That's why I'm getting the arm locking it. Small, yeah? So that's just, it's almost like a subtle movement, a little curve up, 1, little curve, 2, just enough. So from the agyuki to the soto, it's just a little curve down. Here, boom, boom, boom. Almost no, you know, very little extension and flexion of the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. This kind of idea, yeah? Let's have the hips more active. Take the hands away, and just in. So, one hip in. Put it back in again. Put it back in, or out and in. Boom. That's the feeling we want, yeah? So we go up with the first one, pull it out, and then pull it back in. Pull it out, which does the setup for the Gedanbrai, right? So I'm in Sotoki already. As I close up, it's almost doing the preparation for that Gedanbrai for me. I'm not actively really pulling up here. I'm just kind of using that to close the distance. Closing the distance with my hip. 1. And then the same, boom. Yeah? So we can, you know, always take this technique slowly first, isn't it? Start off slow and build up. Don't rush it. Because rushing it, it kills it, you know, speed kills technique straight away, doesn't it? Yeah, get it slow, get the feeling of it, then build it up later. So from here, agyuki, sotoki, Gedanbrai, uchuki. Yeah. So what I want to see, and I'm not seeing completely, but I want to see the knot in your belt, the center of your belt, right? I want to see it doing this work. We go, boom, boom, in, back, in, back. The hip still does the work, yeah? The arm is just doing less work. So I'm not really taking my hip work out of it. The hip is still the same. Bam, bam, bam. I'm still getting that same action with the hips, but the arm is minimized. This way. Yeah, good. Let's move on. Anyway, we're going to add that to our next part. So if we go back to Zenkutsu Dachi again, let's make Zenkutsu. Okay, from that position there, lead inside, making Agyuki. Good. As we come to that Soto now, okay, I don't want to make a big action. I want to do the same small action we just did. But as I do that, I'm going to create some more space by making Kibadachi. Okay? So my weight is forwards. Let's get an angle like this. So my weight is in the front. I shift to make Kibadachi now. So I've created a little bit of a gap. Yeah? Here. So I've gone from my Agyuki position, Soto, just make a smaller space. Yeah? Make some more space, sorry. So if we come from there, hitch. Let's go with me. Now the next one was Gidambarai. So I want to go back a little further. So what I'm going to do now is have that same circular action over the hip and pull Kokutsudachi. Yeah. And then I want to make the same again. Uchuki. Come back Nikoashi. Press forwards Kizamizuki and Gatsuki. Okay, so we've got Agyuki. 1. Sotoki Kibadachi. So it's center now. Weight is taken a bit further back, yeah? Now, don't move the feet. Just rotate the front foot onto the ball of the foot and press through the ground to send me back. Yeah, the back foot doesn't have to go anywhere really. From here, Soto, back. Kokutsudachi, yeah. Really loading this back leg now, yeah? Same arm, Uchuki. Nikoashi. Press, back in Gatsuki. Kizami Gaku, yeah. Okay, so from here, we go Agyuki, hitch. Soto, knee, center. Further back, draw back. Uchuki. Even further. Kizami Gatsuki. We can combine that Kizami with the motion now, can't we? Press on the way, yeah? Let's go again, one more set together. So we go Agyuki. Yeah, weight is forwards. Let's create that gap now, yeah? So from here, create some space. Whoosh, Kibadachi. Yeah. Gidambarai, knee, Kokutsudachi. Uchuki, sam, Nikoashi. Press back in, Gakuzuki, Kizami Gaku. Good, have a practice. Have a go. Let me see. It's Zenkutsu Dachi, so we're transitioning back in stances, aren't we, yeah? Yeah. Good. Gradually pulling that hip back a little further each time. Michael Rowe, can you hear me? Yeah, so just one thing. Well, everyone, of course, which is something I've said. When we're coming back to that uchuki there, right, we want the hip to come in with the arm and then out again. Handy. Yeah. That's it. The opposite. Yeah. Open. Yeah. We can move from there better. Remember, also, the target is still in the same place, right? So as I'm making my agyuki from here, or doing my set, my focus is still this way, forwards, and the blocking happens in this space still. I'm not coming from here and then making sotoki over here, for example. Yeah, everything is still here, here, here again, and then back into them this way. Nice. Oh, right, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, good. Good. Okay, let's progress it a little further. So we're going to combine some bits we've done again still. So back to our Agyuki again. From here. We've got limited time, so obviously I'm moving relatively quickly through this, right? But I want to get as much done as we can. So from here, let's go. Same set, Soto hitch, Kibadachi. Yeah, taking the weight back to the middle. Now Kokusudachi. Okay. From here then, instead of going same arm, we're going to come back to the previous exercise and make Gyaku Chuki. As we do that, we're coming into Nikoashi still. Let me get a good angle for you. Let's see what it looks like from here. So I'm going to make Gyaku Uchuki in Nikoashi, yeah? That here. Good, okay. From here then, let's make Kizami Geri, and back in. 1, 2. Good, okay. Hitch, Agyuki, Soto, knee. We can still maintain this position if you want to keep that movement smaller. You know, you're locked in position, yeah? And now we make Gyaku Chuki. Yeah, Kizami Maigeri from there. And as we're coming down, transition into that stance, Kizami and Gyakuzuki. Yeah, good. Let's go again. So from here, Agyuki. Good. Soto, shift back. Yeah, just creating a little bit of space. From here. Now, Girambarai, Kokusudachi, knee. Good. Be careful we don't take this beyond our body. Yeah, everything wants to stay inside. So the lats and the rear delts and everything are in a good position. As soon as I take that beyond my body, I'm now in a weak position. We see this quite a lot in like MP, for example, you know, kata, where people are coming away here and shooting that arm right behind, and it's a weak position to be pressing or to be using that block from, yeah, or that attack or whatever you want to use it for. So keep that inside here. Everything stays inside the body, yeah? So we're in that Kokusudachi there. Now, Gyaku Chuki. Same feeling. Wind it round. Go obliques and everything. Really twisting here. Now make Kizami Maigeri. Kizamizuki Gatsuki. Good. And again, let's go. Agyuki. So at the start then, we talked about with the punch, just supinating, didn't we? And then pulling, yeah? Here, relax. Down. Yeah. Relax. Like get away. Knee. Yeah. Yeah. From there. Kizami Geri and back in. 1, 2. Good. Okay. Almost there. It's knee. Compress. Get under that thumb. Uchuki. Kizami Geri. 1, 2. Good. Okay, yeah, mate. Relax. Excellent. Good. Let's try the other side very quickly, shall we? I don't know if you've done. Have we done one side or two? Who's done 2 sides? 1. Okay. We'll go the other side, shall we? I'll face this way as well. I'm feeling unbalanced, so we'll all do it then. So we go from here. Agyuki. Soto. Ginamrai. Gyaku Chuki. Maigeri. Kizamizuki. Gatsuki. Good. Have a practice then. I'm going to little swipe through, see what we're looking like. Yeah, with that Gyaku Chuki then, come back to the previous one. We did this, didn't we? Right, 1. And was really winding that back, weren't we, yeah? To come back in with that Kizami earlier. This is no different. Yeah, what we do in our Kion should apply all the way through. So when we're in Kokusudachi here, we make that Gyaku Chuki, rotate that back foot, whoosh, really turn it in. Get that hip turned in, fire, and then pull it back out again for Kizami. Let's have a look. Good, good. Excellent. Right. Let's move on. Let's move on. So now come into command. Nice and relaxed. Again, shoulders up. Let it go. Okay, just for the moment, just make Kizami-zuki and Gatsuki. Yeah? Press, press. Just nice and loose to start with. Also, let's think about this. Have elbows down. Yeah? Not out like this. Elbows down. And the punches can come straight from underneath. 1, 2. Boom, boom. Yeah? Connect, connect. Same as the work we've just been doing in the Kion. I mean, it's still Kion, right? But from here, press with that hip. Press and fire through the back one. Boom, boom. Nice and loose. Up, pass. Up, pass. Good for that back foot. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Nice and easy. Nice and relaxed a bit. Try and keep that relaxed technique we've been working on today. Easy, we know that, don't we? Let's go. Let's move on from there. So good. So what I want to do now then is, the purpose of this was to work on loading that back leg, yeah? Coming back through our stances and using them properly. Now then, I want to be in that Kamae position from here. I want to make the same sort of feeling. I'm sitting back, just parrying across, yeah? So attack comes in, I'm just squeezing. I don't want to come back too far where I can't go back in. I almost now want to go to like a Sanshin dashi. So it's like a bit of Nico ashi, but also Sanshin maybe from here, yeah? So the back foot is compressed, ready to go, okay? So just for the moment, just parry, come back in Gakuzuki. Squeeze, right. With the same feeling we've just been doing, where we've been shifting ourselves back in our stances, yeah? From here, 1, drive. 1, drive. 1, drive. Try not to let the back foot, try to stop the back foot from turning, yeah? Because if we do that, if my back foot does this work, now too much, I've lost that tension, right? Now the sort of feeling is here. I want it to be here. So as I press, I'm coming back in again. So as I make my initial block, I'm here. Very small. My legs are like shaking where I'm so wound up in this stance here. And I just come back in and make my Gatsuki from there. Press, that's it. Squeeze and fire back in.
Sensei, just a quick question. I come back, block. Am I making distance?
Good, okay. Let's move on. So then, from here then, so in Kamae, okay? I want to do the same kind of thing now. Earlier we had Kizami-zuki and Gatsuki, didn't we, right? I want to squeeze back. And now, imagine, let's take it to sort of almost like a sport kumite style or dojo kumite. They come in with a Gyakuzuki, I want to come away, yeah? I just want to slip back, create that space, and load. Here, now the difficulty often is when someone comes in Gyakuzuki and then retreats again, it's hard to catch them with a Gyakuzuki again, right? You find that sort of thing? You know, someone goes Gyakuzuki, you try Gyakuzuki, but they're already gone. So we want to be here at 1. As soon as we release, we go Kizami back to them. So it's here, 1, 2. Okay, so that's compress straight back with 2. 1 per arm. 1 per arm. This way. Squeeze and pull them back in. Squeeze, 1, 2. So that hand comes straight back to them from here. Squeeze straight back in the face. Squeeze and then go this way. Yeah, good. Right, so imagine this. We're in Kamae, yeah? They make Kizami-zuki. One, that's the first beat. So their attack is this, right? They're going to come forwards and make like a Kizami or a punch to the face, wherever it might be. Okay, we go 1. I'm now trying to hit them in that beat in between. So that's going to be 1, 2. I want to hit them 1, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm filling that gap, that empty space. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So I'm trying to add a step to that beat. Okay, so it's block, punch. Normally we do this a lot. Yeah, block, punch. I want to now try and fill that gap. Pum, pum, pum. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Instead of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, pum, pum. We're filling that gap up. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because they're off, aren't they? You know, they normally hit, and then they're away. We want to be getting them on their way with that Kizami. Yeah, get the Kizami to their face. Boom, pum, pum. Back in. Don't forget the work we've done though today, where we're really compressing onto that back leg like a spring. Yeah, we're using that back leg as the spring, so we're grounding ourselves, able to move back up again. Ash, try and sit a little lower as you come back into that block. Yeah. Yeah, squeeze like this. So we're coming down here almost. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's almost like we're coming down low, low. Also, we don't want to worry about hikate now. I don't need to make 1, 2, because I'm going to get hit possibly. You know, maybe they throw a kick or something. I want to keep my hands up. I'll make that initial parry. I'll follow back Kizami, and then I'll come in and I've got my hands up still. So keep his hands more free and up. As we spoke about at the start of the session, the hikate is for gripping, you know, here, grab and pull. So imagine I've got control of them. Okay, we can pull them and do something then. But now we're just simply exchanging punches. So it's 1, 2, 3, and back. Here, yeah. Squeeze. 1, 2. That's been. All the kids in Mauritius, show me who's the fastest. Let me see. Who's the fastest one out of you lot? Yeah, okay. Everyone, let's go for it. Let me see her. Put your hand up if you're the fastest out of that lot in Mauritius. You put your hand up. Who's the fastest? No one. All of them too slow. I guess. Okay. Right, let's progress from this, yeah? I'm going to see who's the fastest now, right? So let's go from here. I want to make our Kamae position. We're going to add to this now, and we're going to do it to a count, okay? So I want you to react to my count as if that's the attack. We'll start off with some easy ones first. So if we go Kamae, okay, we're going to compress 1, Kizami-zuki, Gyaku-zuki, pull up, Mawashi. From there. Yeah. Listen, we haven't got to kick high. If a good low kick is better than a bad high kick, right? So go with what your mobility allows. And if you want, it doesn't even have to be Mawashi. If you want, it could be a Kikomi or something. Yeah? It could be a low Mawashi if you want. Okay? But I just want to whip that kick out afterwards. Okay? I don't care how high it is. It's not about that. So let's go. Come on. Nice and easy first. Let's walk back. 1. Squeeze. In their face for the Kizami. Gyaku-zuki. Now pull that back foot. Whoosh, Mawashi. Nice. Amelia, that was good. Yeah. Let's go again. Ready? So Kizami from there. Compress. 1, 2, 3. I've got no space for this kick. But here. Let's go. I nearly kicked my TV off the wall. Let's go again. Ready? So we go. Compress. Kizami-zuki. Gyaku-zuki. Pull up. Mawashi. Good. Okay, right. We've all got it, yeah? Put your thumbs up. Tell me you got it. Perfect. My count is going to be the attack. You're going to react, pam, 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 and then go with it. Yeah? You ain't got a ki because you're at home most of you, so that's a bit weird. But we can just go fast with this, yeah? So ready. I'm going to see. I'll have a little watch. My count, I'll punch as well. I'll attack. Okay, so my attack's going to come in. Kizami, you're going to block, boom, boom, and come back up. Yeah? So I'm going to do Kumite with you. Let's go for it. Ready? So hands up. Kamae. Ready. Hit. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a little delay on this. Otherwise, some of your reactions are a little behind. Let's go. Ready. Let's go again. Ready. Kamae. Waiting. Ready. 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 Good. That's it. Yeah. Good. Okay. And again. Ready. Ready. Waiting. Testing. Pressure. Here. Good, Andy. Andy Bailey. That was nice. Yeah. Good job. Ready. Let's go again. Hands up. Ready. Right. That's it. Straight back in. Straight back in. So remember, that's it, Brian. Yeah. As I'm attacking, right, you're riding back, sending it straight back into me. If you want, you can make your racking. Either way works. It's the same thing. We're just simply getting that hand back in their face, yeah? Because I'm attacking one, and I'm getting out again. So you want to be here, getting me on my way back out. Yeah, don't let me go. Ready? Come on, let's go again. Hands up. Ready. Ready. Ah. Good, okay. Okay. Again. Ready. Good, okay. Right. So your job, remember, is to block 1, 2, and then come up with that kick. That's your job, yeah? Block mine, follow in, and then go Mawashi. Ready? Last one. Last one. Ready? Good. Who got hit? Put your hand up. Let's do the other side, shall we? Let's go on the other side. Right? Last little bit now. Last stretch. Ready? Hands up. Come on. Ready? Up. Hit. Good. Good. Amelia, let's challenge it even further, yeah? After your Mawashi, come back down, Gakuzuki again. Yeah? In fact, let's make it even more. I'll give you a challenge for those that want it, right? As we come down, Mawashi, Gaku, up, all right, Mawashi. Let's chuck it in. We've got a minute or two left. Let's do that work, right? Only if you want. Boom, 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 boom. You got it? You got to be quick, though. Ready? Let's go for it. Hands up. Come on. Okay. Ready? Nice, Amelia. Yeah, very good. Very good. Let's go again. 2 more times. Ready? Do the last one. Let's do the last one. Let's do the last one. Ready? Last one. Hands up. If I land this one, we all got to do 10 press ups, right? Is that fair? Yeah, that's fair, isn't it? Yeah. If I land this punch, we've all got 10 push-ups. If you block it, I get the 10 push-ups. Let's go. Ready? Okay, no chance. Okay, relax, good. So what we did then in this session is we spoke about, first of all, being very relaxed, didn't we? Yeah, trying to relax, take the tension out for a bit of speed. We spoke about not putting that hikite up high into the upper back. We were talking about using the lats more so to pull in the correct motion. We then talked about cutting the movement down. So when we came to this kumite, it was simply a squeeze, wasn't it, on a block, yeah? Rather than having to make too big a motion to block. We also then worked on compressing coming back, yeah, winding that hip for these motions, yeah, and then was working on filling that gap on the counter, boom, pum, pum, yeah, and not just simply 1, 2, like on the same beat, pa, pa, too easy, pa, pa, no, pa, 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 this kind of feeling, yeah. Is there any questions before we finish up? You can just unmute if you got any. If not, then I obviously taught everything to the best ability. If everything's covered, everything's clear, right? Perfect. Good. Well done. So thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you coming on. I know I'm not part of the HDKI, but I'm glad you've all come to train with me. It's been a pleasure. So enjoy the rest of the week. And
Thanks, Sensei.
good job. See you next time. Boss.
Thank you, Sensei. Take care. See you again.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.